What's going on, everyone? It's Mojo from Mojo Fitness here. We got a very special guest and success story to share. I want to introduce you guys to Ben. So he was able to have an amazing transformation and lose over 20 pounds in 4 months. So before we get into things, Ben, just tell the people that are listening about yourself and just tell us like where you're from and what you do for a living.
Sounds good. Hello, my name's Ben Baker. I live in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. I work as a financial advisor and mutual fund investment specialist. And yeah, I started this program 4 months ago with Mojo. I just knew him from back in the day, and I thought we could link up through the online sessions and get me back in shape because it fell off. It fell off quite hard. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. What do you mean by like you fell off?
Oh, he was looking bad. Like it was just bad body, pure dad bod, out of shape. Didn't fit in my work clothes like I used to. Ugh, it was not fun. It was not nice to look at or see in the mirror either. So I knew I needed to fix that, and I just needed help getting started.
Got you. So would you say that that was like breaking point, like the clothes weren't filling and fitting and you just weren't like, feeling anymore? Like what was it that got you to, reach out for the help?
The clothes not fit anymore was a big one, but just like from I knew where I was before, like even trying to play basketball a couple times, or just trying to be active like I used to, and out of breath easily, just going up the stairs, doing small activities, get winded, or just have trouble breathing in general from smoking all these years. But yeah, just kind of look myself in the mirror and realize, yeah, you need to change this.
Yeah, absolutely. That's basically how we reconnected, right? We actually played basketball together.
Way back,
So
way back times a time ago when I was about 130 pounds, probably in high school.
yeah, yeah. So this is like the recent men's league. Like that's basically how we got like back in
Oh
touch, right?
yeah, like men's league. Yeah, that's right. My bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that even
know.
in that league, I wasn't doing well physically either. So I wanted to definitely pick it up or take it up a notch and get back to where I was before or close to it.
Yeah, and I know like at that point, like initially I did have you like follow like a program, but then we started working together like closely, right? And like we were checking in more consistently, help with nutrition. So what would you say the difference was that was like you doing it on your own, like just following a program, as opposed to like, me checking in consistently, helping you with your nutrition and just making sure you're on the right track.
The check-ins are vital because like it's especially when you're getting started, it's hard to take that ownership on yourself because you're in a state where okay, I've been slacking off and I haven't been holding myself accountable. I've been eating the way I want to, which isn't the way I should do. So
Mhm.
with those check-ins, definitely it kept me reminding me like, all right, no, you got to do this. This is what you need to watch. This is what you should try to get on. These are alternatives that you can do. Is like the check-ins were huge, especially when it came to the nutrition part, because then it made me realize, like, damn, if I really want to get into this, it's not just exercising anymore. I can't eat what I want like I used to when I was younger. But like definitely the check-ins were vital, especially like when we do the surveys and connect over Zoom as well.
Mhm.
Helped in like, all right, this is what you need to do. These are alternatives that you can do, or like even questions I had, you'd help me like ones and look for, especially foods of protein, healthier protein. It fills you up a lot better, and you're not sluggish throughout the day like a bag of chips would be or something.
Right. Yeah. And yeah, just it's just crazy. It just goes to show, right? Because all the information out there, like anyone can follow, right? We can just Google something or YouTube, but it's just something about like the accountability, right? Like no matter what level you're at, like even myself, like I've had coaches and people helping me out. So yeah, definitely like makes all the difference, right? So when you're on your own, when you're trying to follow your own, I know like you got the help with the nutrition, but what would you say like the main struggles were? Like just, doing your own thing and just trying to
My
like
own thing was getting motivated. Just like not having that person, I guess, give you that extra push or to like motivate you that you can do it. And I guess being embarrassed as well, like especially when you first start, like the first few times I think I puked, like I told you about that shit. Like I was
yeah.
but yeah, like I was embarrassed, like I couldn't do as much as I want to. Some of the programs I would kind of like give up early because I wasn't feeling well, but then you adjusted it to make it build me up back to that moment. So like we started off more easier because then we reassessed, then we slowly built back to where I wanted to be.
Mhm.
So it was just the motivation and just I don't know, just like that positive influence, obviously, because like it's hard. Like once you get down, it's like, man, like screw it, like F this, I'm done or everything. But you like encourage me and everything. And like even if I had a bad time, you still encourage and like focus on the positive too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so easy to get to that point, right? When like you're by yourself, it's easy to get lost in those negative thoughts and go
Yeah.
into that downward spiral, right? But like it's huge. Like it makes all the difference just getting that outside support, getting that extra accountability because we all have our blind spots, right? And if we
Oh, I
don't,
think we can all be our own worst enemies and hardest critic. That's why it's good to have the extra person for that motivation.
yeah,
And yeah, it's good to have like an outside person too, like especially a trainer and so. And it's you can tell it's more genuine as well when we talk to you as well. Like it's not like someone at Good Life just like trying to pressure you for the get you in or whatever it may be. But here it's like you actually genuinely check in, like, yo, how you doing? Like a random text from here and there.
yeah, for sure. And then we're always like sending each other some memes and stuff like outside of that.
Yeah.
Cool. Like, yeah. So, like, talk to me about the results that you started seeing in particular, right? Not just like the physical transformation, but just like your habits and your lifestyle as well.
The habits, the biggest change is just the healthier alternatives to like snacks and lunches. Like obviously meal prep is huge, especially like getting your lunches ready, getting healthy food, especially when it comes to the vegetables. So there's water retention in it. So you're not just relying on drinking the water. Biggest habit obviously changing was smoking and drinking. I haven't had a cigarette in 5 months and like cut down drinking to barely maybe once a month, if that. So
Yeah.
that was the biggest, but I can see it now. Like my lungs are so much better. I can laugh and not break out in hysterical cough where I'm dying and I have to like spit out mucus because my lungs are like horrible. But like even now, like doing cardio at the gym or even playing basketball, like I still get tired, but it's not as tired. I can actually go for a lot longer and my body doesn't, I guess, just quit as much as it did. So the biggest change is just like the day-to-day lifestyle. I'm sleeping better. I can breathe a lot better. My lungs feel a lot better. They don't burn as much,
Mhm.
especially when I was smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just like the eating habits too. Like I don't get those late cravings as much, and I know like what alternative snacks to rely on, especially when it comes to like grams for protein and everything.
Mhm. And that's huge, right? Because like you just went into like different like criterias about your lifestyle, just like how you feel on a day-to-day basis, right? Like you can't laugh without like wheezing and feeling like that, built up like phlegm and mucus in your system.
Literally at work, you would hear me like laugh, and then after the laugh, you would hear me like coughing, and my face was red and breathe. It was brutal.
Yeah, yeah. And like, you kind of stand up and people are like, oh, that's bad, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, that's what I knew. It's like us. This is them, and I have like a little like garbage can, but it's like a spit bucket for me, basically.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, just when I had the mucus built up, I just had to get it out, so I just kept the bucket by my work just so I could spit it out.
Yeah, for sure. So like what advice would you have? Like, so someone like that is trying to quit smoking, right? Like what would you tell them? Like what helped you quit smoking? And like what advice would you give to like another person that's trying to quit that habit?
Just like think of the long term effect. Like, yeah, I get it. Life is stressful, but smoking doesn't really help you. Really, it's a crutch and like it's an addiction. It's like any bad crutch is no different than like drinking or other drugs people may rely on when they get to a habit or they feel like they need to kick it. It's a self dependency, but like literally 5 months in, I can jog 5 kilometers. I can do 70 flights of stairs on the Stairmaster without stopping. And like I've been smoking since I was 14, 15,
Hmm.
like on and off from there. But like the difference in my lungs, like not waking up, coughing, I don't cough up blood like I have a few times.
Yeah.
Like just generally and like playing with my daughter as well. Like you just need to look at the long term effects. Like if you got people that are looking out there and you want to spend time and good memories with your family, you don't have to quit right away, but just find an alternative or just cut back as much as you can.
Yeah, that's
Like
incredible. Yeah.
the long run is not worth it.
Yeah, for sure. So like you had like that deep sense of purpose, right? Like you had your why, right? But like in the
Yeah.
practical sense, you talked about like having an alternative, right? So
Yep.
like how would you say like, your health and fitness has played a role, like prioritizing that, help with that? Because like it's hard to go cold turkey, right? So like in
Yeah.
terms of like replacing like that bad habit, like how would you say like that's made a difference for you?
It made a difference because there's another outlet to get out stress. So I'm not relying on the smoking or cigarettes and just being lazy and feeling down about myself. It was something that actually, one, it made me feel good. It gave that dopamine lift up.
Yeah.
As like when you kind of like that first cigarette, you kind of get it, but then after you're like, ugh, like you feel like you just got to spit or something.
Yeah.
But the gym just, you feel happy with yourself. You feel proud that you did something good and healthy. And it's a good way of getting your stress and anxiety out after a stressful day or even to start a day.
Yeah, well said, right? And then you said you cut back a lot on the drinking, right? 'Cause I know like in the early stages, you tell me you have like, quite a few to drink just watching the game or just chilling out, right?
Just
So like
watching football, those like small six packs, I could finish on average. Normally, I finish maybe one six pack, but I could get up to two. Sometimes I didn't even realize it
in
because
like one sitting?
in like one day, not one sitting. So I guess one sitting,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
say like football starts at one to like 10. I'm like
Right.
six to 10 are done, and
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah.
something to be proud of because yeah, that shit
Yeah.
messes with you and it dehydrates you. It's a bunch of carbs and fattening as well.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly, right? And then
Yeah,
you mentioned
don't
like
need a beer belly. Don't need that beer belly anymore.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's like something that you really want to get rid of, right? And then
Yeah.
like, people can see the transformation as well.
Well,
But
that was a big thing with like the suit pants and everything were all tight. I had to get them all adjusted and everything, or
mhm.
buy new ones. Now, like I have to use a belt again, which I haven't done in like I don't know, probably early 2022.
Yeah. Wow, it's incredible. And like it's funny because like, I was even like texting you just to kind of get an update in terms of like your measurements and you're just like, yeah, like, once I get back in the gym, right? So now like you're very consistent, like you're working out like more than me now. So like those habits that you have, right? Like
Mhm.
how were you able to get like so successful? Like how like what helped you get to that point where, you're sitting, drinking like a six pack of beer, smoking, and now you're just like, in the gym like like almost every morning before work. Like,
The
how did you
main,
get to that point?
I just knew after every time I went to the gym how good I felt. Like how good I felt, and I know the results will come. It's not gonna happen right away, but I know I'm making the right choice not only for myself but for my family as well. Like so I can live longer and be healthier, so I can take more active part in my kids and my nephews' lives as well. Where like if I have a beer or a six pack, like to be honest with you, I'd probably feel depressed a little bit because
Mhm.
then I look at the results and it's not helping my situation physically or mentally. Where if I go to the gym, I get that mental boost. Is like, all right, you did something today.
Exactly, right? And it's just like all about like like literally like those chemicals is what like causes you to feel that way, right? Just like scientifically, that's just what happens, right? So even like though like it has like those side effects of like dehydration and feeling sluggish, but like, certain like receptors in your brain like trigger you to feel that way. So there's just a lot going on and it's just like a downward spiral, domino effect, you know?
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly.
that's awesome that and then you even have like not only that, but like your family, driving you to stay motivated, right? Because like, you're a provider, you have a family. So
Yeah,
you sent me a text earlier because I know like you're so focused on getting rid of the belly, and you're just like,
yeah.
man, like nah, I gotta like I can't even fit in my suits no more. I
And
gotta.
it's big on me. The one suit I have that I got fitted. It's big on my stomach now. It's like I don't know. It's big now. Like, I don't want to get. I'm happy about it, but it's like, damn, I don't want to keep like shrinking or anything.
Yeah, yeah. We gotta see a picture. We gotta see a visual of you, like with it on, and then maybe a before picture. Maybe if you have
Yeah,
that
I got a before picture for sure. I'll send a
in that
picture
in the suit, right?
when I get home. 'Cause I'm going swimming after this with my girl, so we get some exercise together.
Awesome, awesome. And then like lastly, like what I want to ask is like, to the people that are out there who are like sitting on the fence in terms of like, working with not even if it's not just like working with me, but they're just trying to become more focused on their fitness journey. Like what would you say to them if someone's like hesitant on like, just dialing in and bettering themselves like health wise?
Start sooner than later, because you don't want to look at it later than it's too late, or maybe something comes up, life gets busy at work, or anything could come up. But it's always better to start sooner than later. Try getting that initiative on yourself. But if you still are having some struggle, it doesn't hurt to reach out to someone at least once a week or so. Like when we started, we were seeing each other once a week or so
Yeah.
through Zoom and everything. But like it helped me get that motivation to like, all right, this is what I have to do. These are the workouts I can do, and this is what I can do on my own.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Ben, like, thanks so much for, joining and blessing us with your presence and just talking about your story, your transformation. It's very inspirational. And yeah, like good chat and I'm very proud of you, man. Proud of your accomplishments and, the best is yet to come, man.
I
So,
appreciate it, man. I appreciate you helping me get here, bro, for sure.
my pleasure. All
All
right,
right.
y'all. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed this, success story with Ben. And yeah, the best is yet to come. If you're sitting on the fence, like Ben said, start sooner than later. All right. Take care,
Get it
guys.
now. Take care, man. Have a good night.